Calling all my sweeties to the forefront. I'm your host, Renee Hayslett, and this is the Keep It Positive Sweetie Show. Lil Rel Howery has built a career that blends humor and honesty. He's an actor, producer, and writer who always stays rooted in purpose. And he continues that legacy with his latest film, Unexpected Christmas, a story about love, family, and finding laughter in the chaos. Kids family, please give a very warm welcome to Lil Rel Howery. Rel, thank you so much for coming today. I know you had a busy schedule. You are promoting your new film, Unexpected Christmas. We're going to talk about that. But first, I want to get into Lil Rel Howery. Okay. You're from the west side of Chicago. Mm-hmm. Everyone knows you from your breakout role, Get Out, which you stole the movie, not the show. You stole the movie. Everybody really took to you in that movie. And it's crazy because you were like in small parts, but were you very intentional about how you delivered, because you really were memorable in that movie?
I mean, a lot of credit goes to Jordan Peele. Yeah. He knew where to slice in comedy in the very intense moments.
Right.
But it's also one of those things from the Bernie Mac school of performing where whether it's one line or two lines, you're just going to bring it.
Yeah, you did.
You want to be memorable. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you were. And the rest was history. Yes, that's awesome. When did you know that you were funny?
I knew I was funny early, but I knew I could be performative funny was really my senior year in high school.
Really?
I did a play my senior year, and the teacher let me write the lines, my comedic lines. Mm-hmm. And so I went to a hood school on the west side of Chicago, Crane High School, and I throw that out there because them kids don't laugh at nothing. They mostly heckle you. It's the toughest. It was people coming to give a speech to tell us that we gonna be somebody. But man, shut up. No, I'm not. They heckle anybody.
Wow.
And so to impress them was a big deal. So my first big laugh came from my peers. And I remember being okay, I can actually do this if I'm making these group of students laugh.
That's amazing. Yeah, I hear that Chicago is a tough crowd.
It's not a tough, it's a real crowd. It's not necessarily tough. You just because it's a lot of funny people there that don't do comedy.
Just funny.
They're just funny people. So imagine if it's already funny people. Yeah. You got to make those people laugh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes. So what was that journey like, getting from the high school, when you realized in high school that you were funny, to getting the Get Out role? What was that journey like for you?
I mean, stand-up. Stand-up is where I started right after high school.
Really?
Yep. And I wasn't doing it all the time because I was still working and I was still going to junior college at the time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, stand-up created the life for everything. You know, I'm a big stand-up comedy fan, for real. Richard and Eddie was literally who I looked up to. And then watching Def Jam and Comic View. I'm in this very beautiful place now where I kind of been reminiscing in a way, kind of replaying my own journey in my own head. And I'm wow, I was influenced by so many great comics. You know what I mean? Watching Comic View, watching Ricky Smiley, watching Earthquake, watching RNSJ, watching Tony Roberts, watching Rob Stapleton. And it's very specific bits of people doing stuff that, wow. Even watching Kevin Hart on Comic View, and it wasn't that he was just so hilarious on that, we just looked like we was the same age. Mm-hmm. And so I was if he doing this, I definitely can make it on TV.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I love that. It's funny because I just had Funny Marco on, and he was talking similar things about where you are and reflecting on how far you've come. How do you feel now that you are one of the people on that list where people I'm inspired by Lil Rel, along with the greats as well?
It feels great, you know what I mean? Because that's been very intentional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was just telling somebody that, because I've never really said that out loud, how intentional I was about doing what I saw my heroes do.
Yeah.
So, me having a sitcom called Real on network TV.
Yeah.
That was a real checklist. It's
wow.
because of Red Fox, because of Martin.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's I need a show that's with my name in it.
Yep.
And it has to be a sitcom. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure.
The stand-up specials I've done, even the movie stuff. Now, a lot of the movie stuff, God surprised me. I mean, it was prophesied to me, but it was more or less a surprise to be it was a surprise and not a surprise. Because when I started seeing my friends, like Tiffany Haddish and Gerard Carmichael, I remember I saw Gerard and Tiff in a trailer I went to see. I forgot what movie I went to see. And she was in a trailer for Keanu at the time. and he was in a trailer for Transformers.
Wow.
But I remember sitting in that theater like, oh, I'm close.
Come on. People
Like,
miss
these
that.
are my friends.
Yes.
Oh, this is about to happen then.
Yes. That's so good that you saw that, because sometimes people can see that they're close or not realize how close they are and be jealous of the ones that got it before they did. The fact that you were able to say, okay, I'm close to this. This can happen for me.
And it came right after I was rooting for them. Like, I was seeing them like, oh, this is
Yeah.
amazing. And it was like, oh, I'm close.
Yes, that is so important. That's so important. Now, you said you had your own show and that was something on your checklist. What was that process like? Because a lot of people don't understand getting a show greenlit in Hollywood can be hard. But was it easy for you, or was it a lot of hoops that you had to jump through?
Yeah, it wasn't that complicated.
Okay.
And so and that's interesting, because I think people love telling this is so hard story. But the great thing coming from stand up is relationships. And that wasn't my first series. The first series I did was a sketch series called Friends of the People that was on True TV. But I did that with my friends. We
Yeah.
all created a show together. We were all stars of the show, executive producers and writers.
Amazing.
So that was the first time getting all those checks at the same time. But that's how I started. Can you imagine that? Like, and so my start was very interesting.
Yes.
And that came because of the, I got cast on the In Living Color reboot that never came out. But that changed. I'm telling you, us having this conversation is very interesting, because I've been replaying everything.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, how did this happen?
Right.
Because even with that, nobody in LA really knew who I was for real, outside, the Robbie Reeds and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Shout out Robbie Reed.
Man, who told me, like, I can see you being
Wow.
a star. And, Keenan Ivory Wayans, whatever stamp he has, can you imagine? The show never came out.
Right.
I felt like I was a basketball recruit. So I would leave the 11 Color set, and it'd be agents lined up in the lobby waiting to take me to dinner or buy me a drink.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
We talking about UTA, CAA, W, all of them was there. And I ended up signing at the time to UTA, which I'm still with, but I've done them twice. It's
Yeah.
kind of crazy. But yeah, it was, just watching Keenan handpick me is one of my heroes.
Yes.
Like, you gotta understand something. The way God maneuvered a lot of this stuff was thoughts from a little kid. And then, I'm talking about, like, even just meeting my heroes. Like, the only person I haven't sat down and talked to yet, like, had a real sit down yet, is Eddie Murphy.
Wow.
Everybody else I've talked to. He's the only one
Okay. It's going to happen.
that I
You're
haven't
speaking
talked
it.
to yet.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to just sit down and just have a casual, great, like I've had with Robert Towns, I've had with Keenan Ivory Wayans. Like,
Yeah.
I've had those conversations with them. I just can't wait to have that with Eddie.
I love that. You speak about certain things were prophesied over you. Did you grow up in the church?
100%. But it's funny, I grew up in a traditional Baptist church, so it wasn't necessarily about anybody. Like, they always had the one old lady, Mother Johnson, she said. But it wasn't until later on where I started understanding, being prophesied.
Yeah.
To, you know what I'm saying? And that happened after my mother passed, really.
Wow.
And when I was going through that craziness in my life and just struggling with grief and was in so much pain and didn't know what to do with it, so I was doing stupid stuff and putting myself in crazy situations. But it wasn't until, like, I was on those crutches and I went to get a haircut from a random female barber who started just saying, God wants you to. It just, she was speaking a word to me. And it's like, well, I want you to come to my church. It's not a real church. It's at a business center in a hotel. And that's why I met Pastor Katara, who to this day is. I think everybody should have a prophet in their life that they trust. If you can.
No, for sure.
But everything she prophesied to me that first service, Get Out was in that prophecy.
Wow.
Carmichael show was, all of it.
And how does it feel when you start to see those prophecies reveal themselves in real time?
It's just, I was happy that it didn't go one ear after the other, because a lot of times you can get a word spoken to you, but like, how people keep running to get a prophecy? It's because they haven't taken in the first thing they got. So now they want one every week.
Right. Yeah.
I need a word. No, like, you didn't even, like, especially when you first get the first word, it's long.
It's very, who you telling? I had to Do you ever record yours so you can go back and listen
It's
to it?
no,
Because I be crying
at the time
sometimes when you miss it.
I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It just stuck. It stuck.
Yeah.
It literally stuck, and so because I believed it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like
Yeah.
only because if it's truly what it is,
Yeah.
your first reaction usually is like, dang God,
Mm-hmm.
that was just me and you talking. So for her to say, I know this got to be you.
Right. Exactly.
Nobody else knew any of these
Nobody.
stuff.
Isn't that? Oh my goodness. I sit in awe when that happens. I'm just like, is my phone tapped? Did you hear me? Like, what? And I know it was just me and God.
Yeah.
So like, it's true. It's like, okay, I'm on the right path. I love those kind of moments.
And it's funny because I didn't even know I was in the right path. I just needed healing.
Mm-hmm.
That became. I remember that first year
Mm-hmm.
was one of the most healing years of my life. That's why I think I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
Once again, we was at a business center. It was only like 6 or 7 of us in there.
Wow.
And just what she was so just on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I had my moment of. And it's funny. I kind of put it in my show.
Mm-hmm.
Fox didn't notice what I was doing, but my mama episode when I had her show at the Bennigans, and she was already passed away, but we did it in the show, and then we had that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
That was a version of what really happened.
Mm.
And the real version was I was in church one day, and we were praying, and she came and just sat next to me, and it felt like everybody left.
Wow.
And we had a real conversation. The conversation is basically what I put in the show about, she forgives me and I'm okay. Because it was stuff I really felt bad about.
Yeah. Were you living with guilt at the time of her
Yeah,
passing?
because I couldn't see her in the hospital. I didn't feel comfortable. So I didn't come to the hospital as much as I should have.
Mm-hmm.
And she had left a journal.
Oh.
And she talked about that, but she said she understood. But I felt so good. I literally was taking road gigs and shows. Like the time I did go see her, I was like, I don't think I could come back in here. I remember telling my brothers that, like, I'm not comfortable.
Is just seeing her in that state.
Seeing her, and it wasn't even that bad. It was just seeing her in there. And you ultimately, I know we all want miracles to happen, but some of the stuff you kind of just own.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, dang. And I don't, but it was a lot at first, and so I felt really guilty about it. And I think that became a part of a lot of the pain I was going through.
Mm-hmm.
But man, when she sat and talked to me, and I'll never forget. And when it was over with, and I literally saw everybody sitting there again, it felt like a weight was lifted off of my shoulders.
Yeah.
But that was part one, I think, of the healing process where I can go forward a bit. But it was always these little steps. Like where I'm at now, to me, is after all of these steps since 2009, and it was a lot I've been through and a lot of craziness and a lot of ups and downs, but now it all makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It always does. I love the after effect where you're sitting looking at everything that's happening. You're like, okay, now I get it. It's always comforting to know that it was for a reason. It wasn't in vain.
It's a beautiful moment when you get to this place, I am in. Because I'm in my I call this my let go and let God lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, it was just a moment of replaying everything, good and bad.
Yeah.
Good and bad. I think I was on my balcony one day and I was just crying. Like, God, you're so good, man. Like, you could have easily given up.
He is.
I made so many mistakes in the blessing.
Mm-hmm. Talk about that. That is so true. I was praying this morning and just giving thanks for God's grace. Even when I didn't deserve it, I look back, I'm like, God, you have continued to bless me even when I mess up. And I was reading about the Israelites and how I was in Judges, and it's like they went against God and started worshiping other idols. And then they started begging, God, please forgive us. And he came back. And then they did it again and he came back. And I'm like, God, you are a merciful God. And I was like, it's crazy how he just continues, and it will bring you to tears when you think about his goodness.
Well, you realize God never leaves you, right? That's the maturity of growing in your faith. It's like all God is doing is just waiting on us with everything. It ain't like God showing up. Well, God show up right now. Like, that's why, like, even, when you mature, your prayers change.
Yes.
I'm not asking for stuff.
It's
already what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I'm extremely living that part of my life now,
Yeah.
and it's really fascinating. I think when it's about to be 2 years of me not drinking.
Good job. Let's see, how many months? March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. It's been 7 months for me. Yeah.
But I had to because I had to own. And this was why it's levels to it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I had to realize how much I was abused. Like, cause I don't, how people stop doing stuff and they're like, well, cause it's the best. Well, no, that's me. I abused it.
Come on. Yeah, own it. Right.
You know what I'm saying? It
Yes.
ain't. I don't think it's evil to drink. I don't. But if
No.
you doing that, if you're abusing it, you're not doing it in moderation.
Mm-hmm.
Your intentions is to take you out of stuff because you can't handle stuff and then all this other
Yes.
stuff. I had to own that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yo, and then you start learning, like, what else have I abused?
My goodness. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like,
Mm-hmm.
you just start learning, like,
Yeah.
God wants you to stop
Uh-huh.
because you abused it.
Yes. Yeah. For me, it was understanding like what it evokes in me, like the behaviors that happen when I start drinking. I was like, I gotta just get control of this. And it's so freeing to be sober minded. I love it here.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, look, I wish I would have understood more about this early, and I didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even when you think about it, we can go deep, but it's like, it's just some things that couldn't be taught to you because nobody had real understanding of stuff.
Right.
Certain things, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Even just going to therapy, and now I can explain why that's important.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes we tend to get in a place where we get better at something and we start, you need to do, and that's not,
Yep.
that's not it.
That's not it.
And I had to own that too. Like,
Yeah.
well, they can function this way.
Right.
That ain't me.
Right. Our pastor just preached on that Sunday. He was like, I can listen to this because it's not going to make me do something. He said, just because that's your issue doesn't mean that's somebody else's. That's real.
That's real.
Yeah,
That's
that is
real.
so
I mean,
real.
that's why I love it. I laugh like sometimes if I go out
Uh-huh.
and I'll have like some Walter Hawkins playing. They're like, man, we going to the club. Like, and? What that's going to take?
Right.
Yeah, you might hear Project Pat right after Yolanda Adams song.
Right. You never know what's in
It
rotation.
is just what it is.
I love that. You said that faith has always been your foundation, even when the world gets loud.
Mm-hmm.
How has your faith shaped and grown through your success?
Man, it's I love that I've rediscovered everything more or less in the last few years. It's like rereading the Bible and not just going with somebody telling me.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I'm like, I'm smart. I'm a smart guy. Like no other part of my life, I'm listening to everything somebody tells me.
Right.
And so, and it's okay to disagree with certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to learn to go directly to the source.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed the way I feel like I love Jesus in a totally different way now, and it's not just based off what was told to me.
Yes, based
And
on what
why
you
I
know.
should, is what I like. Is what when I'm reading this, is what I'm reading.
Yeah.
Because this is gonna sound terrible, but it's like some of the stuff we would listen to people who's preaching over the years and just growing up, but like some of them not even really educated.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could barely read and comprehend anything else, I'm gonna like take whatever you like. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Let me know for myself and work out my own
let me
salvation.
figure this out.
No.
Like, man, that sounds crazy, fam. I love you. I'll be here next Sunday, but
Right. But I don't know about
necessarily
that.
agree with that.
Right. No, that's so true. It's funny. Our pastor, he did like, how like they'll start a scripture and people will finish it. And he's like, see, that ain't even what it said because we've been taught wrong. So we had to go through a whole season of unlearning false doctrine and things that we had been learning all our life that was wrong. And I'm like, dang, just because we've been listening. He's like, you got to get in your word.
Well, also, too, you give grace in that, too, right? I feel like think about this as black people. We're the most educated we've ever been.
We are.
And it was a time it wasn't even accessible to even, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, like, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of that was them winging it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Literally.
saying? But you are supposed to grow. You know what I'm
and there's a
saying?
responsibility
It's a
with that.
responsibility to you should go to school.
Yeah.
You're gonna be a pastor, like learn everything.
Right. No, for sure. You often use humor to talk about pain. We talked about your grief with your mom. When did you realize that laughter can actually carry you through the hurt?
Reading Richard Pryor's Pryor Prior Convictions and Other Life Sentences. I read that book when I was 16. Actually, I stole it from the library. Because I was reading the book. So I went to I was a library guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have a library card at the time. So I tried to take all the censors out the books. And I forgot a page. And I walked out with this old lady and they grabbed her. She's like, I ain't steal no books. And I kept running.
Mm-hmm.
So, what y'all grabbing me for?
You waited till the old lady was walking out. Like, I'm gonna walk out with her.
She's like, wait a minute, I ain't never stole no book. I was just running. That was crazy.
That is crazy.
But that book was so important, and what they did in that book that was brilliant to me was like, it would be real facts about his life, and then the joke that matched the real fact.
Mm-hmm.
And so you just like, dang, this brother lived in so much pain, but he was able to make it funny. But also it made me feel bad for him. Like when I think about it now, it's interesting. Like a lot of our stars, I wish I could have been their friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wish they had a friend like me in the industry type of thing, like people I looked up to.
Right.
Just to have conversations with them, you know what I'm saying? And understand, nobody's judging you. You've been through this. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I think about that a lot with, I think about Whitney Houston all the time.
Yeah.
And, once again, this is a faith question, part 2. I tell people all the time, I thank God I'm not God.
Oof.
And when you have that mindset, it's like, because I don't want to make those decisions.
Yes.
And so because I don't want to make those decisions, my only job here is to just love on people for who they are. Because I don't ultimately make the decision about whatever their consequences or anything going to be. That's not on me.
No, it is not.
Yeah. So, and faith, plays a big part in that, for me. And, I even just think about like, meeting my wife and just.
Shout out your wife. She is beautiful inside and out, just stunning. She's
amazing.
Yeah.
And I enjoy our journey together. We have some really deep conversations, man.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, like we've got to this beautiful place of, like I remember it was a time, especially like, thick of things in a relationship where you just irritate each other, right? Like, I don't want to hear your voice and da-da-da-da. I like that now we can disagree and have those moments and it doesn't change anything.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's growth, though. But that's why it's important too to bring God in the middle. You know what I mean? We joke about it all the time because sometimes we've literally had arguments like, God, you heard what she said. You see, this is what I was talking about earlier, T. So we bring God in the middle and keep it 100. It's different. You know what I mean?
I love that. You keep him in the center always. That's key. That's a major key. You've said that God's timing often shows up in unexpected ways. Can you think of a moment in your career where you felt like things were off, but then God revealed something, you were like, it was in his divine timing?
Man, it ain't even just timing. It's like growth. It's times I feel like I remember for one of the movies, I felt like, I didn't like the way they was moving. So I'm big on standing up for myself, and I do it all the time.
Good.
But sometimes it's deeper than that, where it ain't just about you.
Yeah. And
I had a moment where like it was all about me at once. I kind of made it about me. I'll never forget. I did this movie and we was doing reshoots, and I was mad at them because they didn't send me the music. I'm like, dude, I just shot another film. I don't remember any of this stuff. I told y'all to send me this stuff ahead of time if you want me to do it again.
Right.
And they didn't do any of that. So I was like, I ain't performing. So they was like, action. I was just standing there. I'm like, I'm going to show them. And, it put a bad taste in their mouth. And, they'd tell other people, like, it's difficult to work with and all that other stuff. Which is fine. I was like, I'll own that, but I know the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But here we go. This is the deep part about that.
Okay.
Fast forward, I'm on this journey of just rediscovering everything myself, reading my word. And I'm at the premiere of that director's movie for a newer movie. This was recently, maybe like a couple months ago. And I asked a question I didn't ask God at all. I said, God, was I wrong? I feel like I was wronged. But I said, but God, I had a moment I was sitting there quiet, like, was I wrong?
Yeah.
And God was like, yeah.
Mm.
You didn't think about all those other people that was there,
Wow.
that showed up that day, that was excited to be in this film. I know you was taking a stand,
Yeah.
and it's another way you could have did it, but you were wrong.
Wow.
I was like, dang, I guess I ain't never asked.
Yeah.
I ain't want to know the answer.
Right. Yeah.
I
Sometimes
wanted
we
to be
don't.
right. I wanted to be on my side, God, because they were wrong.
Right.
But it's a bigger, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wow. And I remember telling wifey, right, we were sitting there. I'm like, babe, I just asked God this question. She's like, wow. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to apologize to him after the screening. He don't even know why I was saying I'm sorry.
Wow.
It's funny. He don't know a lot of things. He don't even know that I know what he said to other people about me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I can understand his side of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to think about everybody's.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes we can be really selfish. And like, this is about me.
Yeah.
And I'm taking a stand for me, but it was deeper than that. And
Right.
I just wasn't in a mature place to understand that at the
Yeah.
time. But now I get it. So it's things I'm replaying now that I'm owning that I'm like, yeah, I could have did that different.
Yeah. And that's good, especially for the position you're in now as a director.
Yeah.
Working on the other side. So these are the lessons that you learn now. You can walk into that fully.
When I tell you directing this feature, I've done a bunch of movies. I'm actually I think I'm in like 50 movies since 2018, which is crazy.
No, every time I turn around, you're in another movie.
And it's not just because I'm saying yes to stuff. It's like, these are stuff I want to do.
Right.
But, man, directing this movie, and I got a chance to talk to everybody at every different part of the crew.
Yeah.
And it was such a great experience. And that's when I realized, like, oh, wow, I'm helping all these other people's dreams come true. That's helping me.
Yes.
And so when you're having these conversations, when you ask them how their day is, and asking them on some collab stuff, what would you do if you were shooting this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just was one of the greatest experiences in my career.
Yeah. And this is The Haunted Heist that we're talking about, your directorial debut.
My directorial debut.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful, and it was so much fun. And I'm like, wow. And I'm like, wow, I guess I didn't look at it. I'm in this different place where I'm not letting the persona run things anymore.
Right. And you can't.
It's tough because it gets you far. You create this thing so nobody won't hurt you or whatever the case may be. But once I let that go and just started truly experiencing everything for what it is, it changed the game.
No, that's so good. And that takes into protecting your peace, you know, and the cost of protecting your peace. What does peace actually cost when you're juggling family, faith, and fame all at the same time? And have you been able to manage that?
Man, I'm in such a great place. You know why? We hear people say, oh, you know, God wants you to rest. I sit in the rest so well. And the thing about it is, I get where like people hear rest and they think, oh, that means I'm being lazy and I'm not being active. Especially if you're an active person, you want to make things happen, you want to strike the iron while it's hot, all that stuff. But God make moments for you where you're supposed to just chill.
Yes.
And that doesn't mean you don't do anything. It's just you just do everything in a chill version of it.
Right.
You know, so if I'm writing, instead of like sitting in the office or sitting at home being intense, it's like, no, I'm going to go get a blanket and sit on some grass.
Yeah.
And pull up my laptop and happily write. And I'm not forcing anything.
Yeah.
Because what I started noticing was I was getting tired in my blessings sometimes.
Talk about that, Rel. My goodness.
Because I was like, because of the hustle part of everything, I'm over grinding. I'm trying to do as much as I can before God show up for me instead of doing things on God's timing. Sometimes I was tired when I was being blessed.
Yeah.
And so I got tired of that.
Right.
And so now I feel like I've been experienced. I'm still really busy, but I'm not tired in it, though.
Yeah. That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because I've learned to rest, and that, you know, that comes with peace.
Yeah, it does.
And so I do whatever I like to do peacefully for myself. I love sports. You know what I mean? Like, I truly love sports. I love watching tennis. I'm taking tennis lessons.
Yeah.
I'm doing the most peaceful stuff that I like to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I love that.
I put on my Mike Dicker sweater to watch the Bears play, that is just what it is. That is what I like to do.
Yes.
If I miss the Bulls game, guess what? I find time to watch the replay like I'm a scout. I do all the things that I like to do.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I put stuff in my house. I love working out, so I have all the equipment there. I get up in the
Yeah.
morning, I get it in. You know, I make my playlist. Even if I want to sit and just praise God.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I'm in such a chill
I
place.
feel
can't
it.
even
Your
describe
energy is so, you walked in, it was just like calm. You know, like you can feel energy when people enter a room. It was like complete peace and calmness about you. I feel that. You live in it, brother. You live in
It's
it.
wisdom, man. Like, you know how
Yeah.
you start to become that person in your family? I had to own that too. Like,
Yeah.
I'm the wise guy now. So when everybody, I'm like, you done? Okay, this is what we gonna do.
Right.
I can sit in there and it doesn't change my energy.
Right. Yeah.
Because some people just got to get whatever they got to get out. But when you become that person in your family now, you just, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. You figured it out. I love that. Now, speaking of family, you have a blended family.
Yes.
7 children total between you and your wife. Is it Danella or Daniela? How do
That's perfect. Danella.
Danella. I
You
got it right. Danella. What has fatherhood taught you about patience?
Ooh, a lot, man.
Yeah.
Especially like, and it's interesting you say it. We were just talking about the rest. Like when you, and it's still happening now, but like, you know, especially with the girls, I know what I can offer them as far as, you know, my dad energy and dad aura, but you got to wait on them to want to receive it. I can't force it. I don't want to. Yeah. But I'm in my let go and let God lifestyle. I truly let go and let God. Like, God, whenever you're ready for me to say, like, it's been good too, because it's like, it's moments when I want to say stuff and God's like, no, it's not time yet. I'm like, all right, cool. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And so you just move a little more peaceful like that. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so it's really interesting, like, and I'm enjoying the relationships getting better and just growing, but it's not forcing anything. Right. You gotta let things naturally be what it is.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
You look amazing. You just talked about you have a gym in your home now. Yeah. What really made you fall in love with working out and just really taking on as a lifestyle?
Man, first I needed energy. I was actually inspired by Kevin Hart, right? Because he works a lot.
He does.
And so I started doing like, for me to be at 50 movies, that means I'm doing like 4 or 5 films a year. Yes. And I was doing them back to back, and we got great at negotiating stuff I could do at the same time, and
Wow.
But I was so tired. And honestly, it helped, you know, fast. It was a clear fast that helped a lot. But then just being active again. And most men, honestly, it's a lot easier for us to lose weight if we truly put the work in.
For sure.
I know it may seem crazy to say, but it's a lot harder for y'all.
It is.
Than it is
us, I know.
Because y'all got so much more going on.
Right.
But man, boxing, you know, God just do the divine connection thing. Like I go to Mayweather's gym, and I remember the first time I started going, my trainer Sloan, before he was my trainer, he was just some random dude. I was like at the class one day. He's like, "Come on." I said, "Come on, what, brother? I'm tired." Like, "Come on, we ain't done yet."
You like, "I'm done."
Like, what the hell are you talking about? But I appreciate it. He became my trainer. And so when the shutdown happened, he was, and I didn't even know I was inspired of the people like my cousin Rashida. I didn't know she was going through some health things too. Yeah. And she started seeing me meet up with him and him come to the house. Yeah. So when the shutdown happened, we could all just only meet at the park. So we would meet him at the park, and so it turned into workout Sundays. Yeah. I have my gospel playlist, and we'll be working out to every Sunday. And we did that for like a year and a half. That's fire. And just watching where she's at and just everything. Like I didn't even know she needed that. Yeah. And that's one of those things where you start learning that it's bigger than you. Yeah. It became my own thing, but it honestly, and then I have to tell people this all the time. It wasn't just physical weight that was on me. Once I started going to therapy and rechanneling my journey in my faith and building my relationship, it lit, like I'll never forget. And then when I stopped drinking, that's when the 6-pack popped up.
Come on now.
Like seriously, it was crazy. Cause I dropped weight and I started toning and all that stuff. But then the 6-pack showed up when I stopped drinking. Yeah, isn't that which crazy? Was crazy. Yeah. I was like, I'm just got his dad body forever, whatever. But no, it was crazy. And so like now where I'm at, And it's interesting because you have people that like, especially people that work out. Like, you could be swole, brother. I don't want to be like, y'all can have the swollenness.
Right.
I don't want swole.
Right.
I like being toned. I like being lean. I don't want to be swole. I don't want to
Right.
drink all the swole juice. I don't want to take the swole
The
pills.
swole juice.
Leave me alone. I'm not going bigger than 25.
Right.
I like tone.
Yes.
I'm good. That's why I put everything in my house, because you be at the gym. Everybody like, you can go.
Oh
Brothers,
my
I don't want to.
gosh.
Y'all not listening to me. I don't want to
Yes.
participate in this. I love where I'm at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Leave me alone.
That is so true. My trainer is an ex-NFL player, and this man trains like we're getting ready for the combine. You can go heavier, and I have a really good poker face, so a lot of times it's hard, but I'll push through with a straight face. And he's like, "Oh, that's not heavy enough," and I'm like, "No, it is. Don't add anything else onto this
But
plate."
that's why I don't. My boxing guy is my only guy that I like. I
Yeah.
don't mind because he's participating in it with
Right.
me. But I don't necessarily need nobody. Do this, do that. I mean, which is why I got the Peloton. Peloton was such a huge.
Shout out Peloton. Especially during COVID.
Man,
Is
it
that
was
when you
good.
really got
Yep.
into Me Too?
Yep.
Same. Yeah.
And it's crazy because what's funny? People don't know this, but your body has to catch up with how committed you are to this. You ain't gonna lose no weight till your body believe you.
That's real.
Your body be like, you just doing this for a week.
Right.
We gonna stay chunky.
Right. It's like, are we doing this
but
again?
if you're committed to it,
Yeah.
then it just start. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it was interesting. It was things attached to me. It was trauma attached to me
Yeah.
that I didn't realize that was holding weight.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And once all that stuff started shedding,
Yeah.
I could feel it in a fast one day.
What kind of fast did you do?
I forgot which one we did. I did it with Cali Worship, which is where I go to.
Yes.
And it was when I first started going back there regularly.
Mm-hmm.
It was literally the fast was happening right after. I'm like, damn, I just got here.
Right. You
want
want
a
to fast?
And so, we didn't do any sweets, any
Yeah.
treats, any meats, and
Mm-hmm.
and man, those conversations with God.
So clear.
Was crazy clear. It was, and I've done fast before, but it was a different commitment because once again, I'm looking at things differently.
Right. Yeah.
And it made me even like see Danella in a lot of
Yeah.
different ways too. Like, I love the way I see her now and more understanding of her
Yes.
and having real conversations with God about her.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's powerful. Yes.
Yeah, and so it's I don't know, I'm lucky in that aspect of it. Like, I really feel like I think about that all the time, and I guess now, like, once again, it feels different now that we're husband and wife and we can say that.
Yes.
We both talked about this because we both been married before, but this time I feel like it was really our choice.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying the
Yes.
first time it wasn't that, but it was other factors in that.
Right.
This one was like, I mean, I ain't got to do this.
But I want to do this.
I want to do
That's
this.
good. Yeah. Yeah. That's so good. Because I think every couple, you want to be with somebody that wants to be with you. Not like, I have to be with this person. Like, I want to be here.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's interesting how, like, when you want to be there and want to experience and want to
Yeah.
talk and want to, and it's been a beautiful journey with that. Because I mean, even even my journey with her was big for me, even just to change my ideal of like just colorism in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Because for a long time I would even date a light skinned
Really?
woman because I didn't want nobody to think because I made it, that's what I did and all
Right.
this other stuff. And it wasn't just, it was mostly that. And I had to stop all that and just let love be love
Yeah.
and own that. I'm like, dude, but real, you ain't these dudes that you don't want to look like. That ain't who you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so just loving on her in every way I can, and just this beautiful, dope black woman who's a great mom and a great partner. Watching her just, open her salon and just the way she's just thriving right now.
Yeah.
She's just amazing. I look forward to whatever our future is together. And
Yeah.
how we continue to build wealth for our children and children's children, our children's children, our children's children, and
Yes.
children's
Come on, generations.
children.
Yes. That's important. We talked about you being a director now, but you've literally sat in every single seat. What does it feel like being a leader? You're a leader in your household, but what does it feel like when you walk on set and you're the leader of all those people that, how you said, you're making their dreams come true and helping them create their own dreams?
Man, it's next level. I had to graduate to that.
Yeah.
You know, when I had my show, I was so comfortable with the persona leading the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it was me acting like I knew what I was doing. I didn't.
Wow.
I would be in that writer's room giving out notes and instructions and then go in my office like, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But I rather, you know how crazy it is? Just I rather front instead of asking questions about things and stuff like that. And that sometimes I believe that's a part of our culture. You know, because you know you get certain opportunities, you don't want to look like you don't belong.
That's so true.
And I heard Shonda Rhimes talking about this the other day. She said one of the greatest things she did was just ask questions.
Yes, I saw that too. Yeah.
And that's so. And I'm like, dang, I wish I'd have thought of knew that early. But you know, sometimes hip hop is a part of that too, right? The people I looked up to, you know, that time looking at the Dame Dash, snapping at everybody like that's a boss.
Right.
But that's not.
That's not it.
That's not leadership.
Yeah.
And no diss to him, but you know, how is he supposed to know too? A lot of us are first generation to whatever we're doing.
Say it. That's so true.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like, how do you know what to do if nobody's really telling you? And then sometimes, you know, especially being black men in our business, we tend to want to act like we know everything and just act like, you know, just bravado, which is crazy that I'm even talking to you. Like I had to own, and this is just real talk, and I've said this a couple of times, but it's what you hear is great. Like I had to own, like how I was wrong about anything I've ever said about Tyler Perry. Like I was like wrong. And a lot of that came from, I guess, the locker room version of our industry,
Right.
where like we just like, well, that's not how you do stuff, and da 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 da. And you start to learn, like, with art, it's whatever that person's voice is. Whatever, it's art.
Yeah.
I don't even think we're supposed to be judging art the way we judge art.
Right.
To
Yeah.
be quite honest with you, like even just critics, it's like why do that exist?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so like I had to own that, and he became actually one of my newer, bigger inspirations.
Yeah.
Because I had to, but that's God stepping in and me hearing God.
Yeah.
God is like, I'm giving y'all a prime example of somebody doing something through faith.
Yeah.
And y'all want to talk crazy
Yep.
because everybody else is doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Be our own people.
Be your own people. So it's like, no, like, and so I had to own that, and I'm so. I see him now in this bigger light that it's kind of crazy. I'm like, dang, I guess I never paid attention like that before.
Yeah.
You know how smart of a businessman his brother is.
Yes.
And man, you know, I like literally right now, like my top people I'm like really inspiring to like be people I'm really inspired by is Tyler Perry, George Lucas, Ava DuVernay, Issa Rae, Shonda Rhimes. So it's so many though. I mean, Quentin Brunson, Gerard Carmichael. Like it's so many people I look up to.
Yeah.
Donald Glover, Questlove.
Oh yeah,
The way he's
Quest.
getting these documentaries out, man.
Yes.
He's figured out a great way to give people their flowers. And I think we got to do such a better job at this.
Yes.
You know, losing D'Angelo was like, and watching a video of him kind of like, you know, I think he was mad about the way somebody probably posted something on social media for one of his performances. They're like, man, they know what's coming. And I almost feel like he didn't know he was getting love until his manager showed him like people showing love.
Yeah.
And that made me sad.
Yeah.
Because that means so many people don't know how loved they are. And artists, we be in our head.
We
you know
do.
What I'm saying?
Yes.
But I think we just got to do a better job as black entertainers giving our flowers to our legends.
Absolutely.
They don't know it. There's no way we haven't honored Loretta Devine yet. We haven't even honored Marla Gibbs.
Right.
For real.
Not for
You You understand what I'm saying? That's crazy. She's
Yeah.
like, I know, she's in her 90s now.
She is. We Essence Women of Hollywood honored her this year at our luncheon, but like
It
on
needs
a
to be
higher
bigger
level,
than that.
yeah, it
Yeah,
definitely needs to be
there don't
bigger.
need to be no luncheon.
No, for sure. Like that's like that. I'm
It
saying
need to
like
be
that's the
a
only time I
whole
heard it.
network
Yeah.
honor Marla Gibbs.
Yes, literally. Yeah,
2
lifetime
hours,
achievement
two and a
award.
half hours.
Right. No, seriously. Yeah, that's the only time I've really seen her get any flowers. Yeah.
And it's funny, like, I was thinking about that now to the point where I'm like, all right, let me figure this out.
Yeah.
Because it has to happen.
Right.
You know, and she's such a blessing. I mean, she did my show. She did Carmichael's show.
Yeah.
We did a movie together. And I threw a birthday party one year. My best birthday party in LA
Really?
ever. Best birthday party ever. First person at that party, guess who it was?
Marla.
Marla Gibbs.
Are you serious?
Came in there, we got a dance on, she had a drink, and then she left. Now, she didn't stay,
Right.
but she showed up.
I know that's
She
right.
literally was like, and then she was gone. And I respect that.
Yes.
First person at the party.
Wow.
My favorite party ever. Marla
Yes.
Gibbs kicked that party up.
I love that. She showed up. I love that. You recently launched, or not recently, but you launched What's Funny Comedy Festival in Chicago. Was this about legacy, frustration, or just a love for home?
Oh, wow. Well, it was first as a love of comedy.
Yeah.
It was kind of birthed from somebody else approaching me, wanting me to help them with their festival. But they didn't seem as serious as I was about it.
Yeah.
And so I kind of declined it, which I think that's probably why me and this person ain't talking. Because they like, you gonna do a festival after that? Like, yeah, because I want to do it the way I want to do it.
Yeah.
And what it really represents too is that as an artist, as a stand-up comic, that we need to be in more boss positions. I know this, I love it. So why wouldn't I start a festival? Why I'm gonna keep letting all these other people do these festivals and they're not a comedian? I know exactly what we need. I know exactly what the opportunity should look like. I know what the shows should look like. And when I tell you, it's been one of the biggest blessings of my career.
Wow.
You know, we just finished year 2 and we're already planning year 3. But like watching how, and the first year we did it was when like the beefs was happening, you know, at the cat said what he said. And so it was a lot of tension.
Yeah.
And so to have like everybody loving on each other, every single day God blew my mind because I was nervous.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, God, I ain't never did this before. I want these shows to do well. And when I tell you every night was crazy, it was sellouts. But the comics were so happy.
Yes. I'm sure.
But it was crazy because I was like, God, how can I be the one to lead this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like at first I was like, shouldn't it be people who have more money than me and this and that? It's like, no, you.
No, you. Oof.
And
I love when he
and
says,
just
no,
did
you.
that. You.
Yes.
Did. And year 2 was even crazier, even better.
Wow.
And it's getting better and better. And it's not necessarily about legacy. It's about what's right, but it's kicking off everything else. All of this is a part of my random workout session I had while fasting. And God started listing things. This is what's interesting. Like,
Don't
I
miss
talked
the
about it was
fasting.
prophesized to me, but now
Yes.
things prophetically happen for myself. I don't have to have nobody tell me.
Because God gonna tell you
'Cause
directly.
I hear it clearly.
Yes.
And so it's been a list of things, and God just been having me walk into my boss season a lot differently. And so I've been like, everything's been about business. Like when we was on strike, that was my prayer. I was like, God, can I understand why the CEOs don't want to give us this? I don't want to keep begging for stuff.
Yes.
Why? Like, because it can't be just because they all evil.
Right. Right.
Some of this got to just be business. And so I asked, and God started putting me around some very powerful and wealthy people. And they were saying really, rich people love to talk about how they got rich.
They do.
You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
like listening to a lot of the stuff was just business thing. You start to learn too, even in our business, that a lot of these executives are not necessarily about entertainment. These are corporations.
Yeah.
And so all these people that are investors, they only care about their bottom line.
Yes.
They hired these people to make sure their bottom line is good. So with us learning the business too of it, they do need some of us in there though, that
Yeah.
are creators that can do both, that understand both.
Right.
Which is why like, even just, and I, with the What's Funny Comedy Festival, I learned how to raise money. With the movie, I learned how to raise money.
Yeah.
With my special, Real Talk, I did that independently and became Tubi's first original special. But we did it on, and I co-directed that. And so, but what I learned was more than anything is I can't ask for money and can't tell people how they're gonna get their return.
Listen,
Artists love
that's
to be
all
like,
we
I
care
need
about.
money for my movie, and then they be like, yeah, maybe it's gonna go on Netflix. And you don't even know nobody over there. Come up with a real business plan before you ask for this money.
Yes.
At the least, you should get people the money back they invested into you.
Literally.
And so once you understand all that stuff, you know what I mean? Like I've been learning a lot of business stuff and sharing as much as I can.
Yeah.
But when I tell you that festival is what kicked it off, because it was like God was like, just do it. And what it did was it literally kicked out. That's when I ended up directing the movie. That's when, like, it's a string of things.
Yeah.
Like pop, pop, pop. Like Rel, just do it. You're not crazy.
Yep.
Take this stuff, these divine connections, this information.
Yeah.
Just do it. Sometimes we overthink.
Yes.
Sometimes we just need to do it.
That is so true. I'm an overthinker. But you just got to do it.
Just got to do it.
I love that. For young comics coming up, what is some advice you would give them? Because you talk about doing things independently. And when you're starting off, it's just you.
Yeah.
What advice would you give them?
You know something? Truly, I do believe learn the business of the business. But don't forget that this is a fun job.
Yeah.
I think things can get really serious at times, and we forget how fun it is, which is why, like, collaboration is so important. Collaborating with your fellow comics. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hoping in this next season that it's more collaborations. Like, I did something maybe like a month ago for no reason at all, but I went and decided to, let me tell you what happened. This is real tough. I was thanking God, right? When I was thanking God, and God challenged me to thank some people that helped me along the way.
Wow.
Whether directly or indirectly. So I went through my phone, leaving voice notes and text messages to just some of my comedy OGs. Some of them called back like in tears. I didn't know they needed to hear what I was saying.
Yeah.
Which is about giving flowers, you know what I'm saying? Once again, whether it was directly or indirectly.
Yeah.
I mean, I squashed the beef, like, shout out to Corey Holcomb, you know what I mean? Like, me and was kind of, at odds, but I hit him up. I said, look, let me say this to you, man. I don't necessarily like anything you said, and I don't agree with it, but, man, thank you for opening doors, though, bro. I know whatever got murky, and it's a part of the grind, and we all got the same dream, that's the honest to God truth. A lot of the crab in the barrel comes from we all have the same dream.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it can come with animosity if you see somebody, and then that's when you love to make up something like, well, they only got it because they did, like, because every time you do well, you got to sell your soul. Nobody ever just say, so I just can't be blessed.
Right. I had to sell my whole soul.
I worked really hard and I'm blessed.
Right.
We was at the same showcase, same festival, same audition.
Right.
Same everything. Maybe it's a mindset.
Right.
Also, what's owning what's yours is yours.
Yes.
You're not going to get everything.
Yeah.
And owning your success. We're all successfully different.
Right. Yeah.
All of us are.
Yeah.
As long as you don't, you don't have this bitter thing about you because you're watching everything like, I should be. No, don't do that.
Right. Yeah.
Like, that's the one thing I hate the fact that we got all these rich black comedians now. And people bumping heads. And it's like, why?
Right.
You're all doing well in different versions of it.
Yes.
We're not going to do the same exact thing.
No.
And it's okay.
Yeah, that's good. I love that. Your new movie, Unexpected Christmas, I watched the screener the other day. I had a red eye from LA to Atlanta. I told you about it. And I was literally in the airport cackling. And I kept looking at my manager. I said, this is so funny. I was like, this is so funny. She's like, I got to watch. I was like, no, you have to watch this. Because you see Christmas movies and a lot of them kind of have like the same storyline. I love this one. It was so funny. And a lot of stuff I didn't know. It was unexpected. I was like, I didn't expect that. So tell me, what brought this together and what made you want to say, I want to do this?
Well, it was a script first, right? Great script.
Yes.
It was funny. They offered for me to play the uncle. The offer came.
Really? No, the uncle's hilarious.
But I was like, but who playing the lead?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I saw that Tabitha was producing it, so I called her.
Love Tab.
I was like, Tab, who playing the lead?
Right.
Because if they ain't gave that to money, why they ain't offer that to me first?
Right. Yeah.
And we ended up, calling Trail, the producer, and we talked. And, it was more or less like they wasn't sure if I would want to do anything, like, because they didn't have, the money wasn't big. But this is what I learned, and this is such a beautiful lesson in this. Stop pigeonholing yourself. Black producers, just ask.
Yeah.
White producers could have $20, and they'll ask Eddie Murphy if he'd do the movie for $20. And
Eddie
just take the
Murphy.
no.
Right. What's the worst that can happen?
All is just, hey, man, no.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right, cool. What about Unc? Can we play Unc?
But see, that's the problem. I think sometimes we like to look like,
Yeah.
we don't like to look like we're less, you know what I mean? Like, whatever that mindset is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so one of the biggest things with you know, when I saw Jumped On For Real, I'm like, yo, we can make this a bigger movie.
Yeah. Wow. Because you know what value you bring to the projects.
I know what Tabitha brings. I know who, and guess what? You know, making these calls, it was a collab. It was what Phil and Trell is doing is something very special. Even just where we at now, even with this movie going to theaters in the way it is. When I tell you this is real talk, and maybe I will, because you told me that's the camera. Honestly, y'all, don't look at things just on the surface. Like God is like literally cleaning the house in so many places. Evil people be thinking they doing evil stuff, and a lot of times they don't even know they working for God.
Come on.
It is some things happening where, like, this is a wealth season. A lot of us could sneakily get wealthy really fast if we pay attention and don't fall into the group of complaining and like, this is so hard and everything. No, it's some doors open.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of these movies ain't doing well. I can't wait for this movie to go in theaters and surprise people.
Yes.
It's all about giving the audience what they want.
Yep.
Cool. If you don't want to give me distribution, let's build our own relationship with these theaters.
Yeah. Wow.
Let me shut up. But
that's good.
It's for the secret black meeting.
Right. We're gonna hold the
I
meeting.
want them to know that we know stuff.
Listen, I love that. That is so good. So the film drops November 7th, right before the holidays, and the soundtrack dropped this week. You got songs by Tony Braxton, October London, like
look, let me
crazy.
Tamar Braxton.
Tamar Braxton, yes.
Yeah, I don't want them arguing. You know,
right.
You watch the episode of the show, like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
But no, I'm joking.
Tamar.
Tony want all my shine.
Right.
But no, that's what makes this movie unique too. Like it's been a long time since we had an original soundtrack to it.
Yeah, bro, seriously.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
The soundtrack is so good and it matches the movie. I like when you can listen to a song, you're like, oh, I know what scene that is. You know, that's what this is.
I love
like,
it.
you know, October London and Tamar Braxton. And look, I mean, look, now, this is gonna sound crazy because I listen to the soundtrack maybe more than most people. So you know KC's on that, KC1.
Really?
From Casey and JoJo.
Yeah.
I think that's him. There's one song that sounds so old school, it's hysterical. I mean, it's a good song.
You're like, this is a 90s movie?
It's so funny because you can hear the raspy voice. Come on, Christmas time. It is hysterical. But it's good.
Oh,
but
man. I'm going to have to check this out. Yeah.
It's number 9, I think.
Do you have a favorite song on the soundtrack?
I love, that's a good. Unexpected Christmas, the theme song October London is amazing. But it's a song called, I believe it's I Don't Want to Be Alone, or I'm Not Alone. It's the Alone song. And I think it's by Tay. I think his name starts with a T. But it's so good.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
It's so soulful. But all the songs are good.
All the songs
are my 2 favorites.
Okay. It's being called the new Black Friday. How important is representation, especially with holiday movies?
I mean, it's so important, especially like with also seeing a new group of actors.
Yeah.
You know, for a long time, we've seen the same group do all these Christmas movies.
Yeah.
But you almost don't know the difference sometimes.
Yeah.
And so us being a new, fresh group with Tabitha, with me, with Dominique Perry, who
shout out Dominique.
Rick Gomez. I mean, like Rico Ross.
Yes.
It's so how we build. It's such a great group. You know what I'm saying? And so like just having all this. Oh, shout out to CC. So it's a lot of great. It's just a good ensemble group.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a theater lab. I've enjoyed watching and hearing people laugh in a theater together.
Oh yeah, that's always good.
Screen.
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, for sure. What is the message that you hope families take home after watching this?
Is that at the end of the day, let love lead. We're gonna have problems, we're gonna have disagreements, but if you let love lead and faith lead, promise you everything will work itself out.
For sure, it will. I love that. Lil Rel, thank you so much for sitting down with me today.
Thank you for having me. This is literally one of my favorite podcasts. So.
Thank you.
Yes.
That means a lot. Seriously.
No, it really is.
Thank you. No, I was honored when we got the call, and I was like, yes. I literally just wrapped a film last Thursday,
Wow.
and I had planned on taking the week off just to rest because I had been filming for a month. When they said you were coming, I was like, light it up. Let's go.
Oh, wow. I appreciate
No,
that.
for sure. Anytime you want to come back by, you got another project, please come by and talk to us. Tell us about it. If there's anything you want to let us know that we can stay tapped in for you on.
Yeah, man. Make sure y'all watch Real Talk on Tubi. It's one of my best specials, and I'm proud of myself. So many things about this special is amazing outside of co-directing it and financing it with like 2 people from my church.
Wow.
Who I mentored their son, and that's how that happened. But just being so comfortable in my own skin in so many places, even with me just wearing that vest, I got the arms out because I'm proud of my work I put in. You know, so just go watch Real Talk. If you need a good laugh, it's a perfect special on Tubi.
I love that. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Today I am wearing my shirt and pants are by Zara. My sweater is Bottega Veneta. Shoes are by Chanel. And I'm wearing my signature jewelry, and my earrings are by Bottega Veneta as well. That was such an amazing conversation with Lil Rel. A reminder that laughter isn't the opposite of faith, it's proof of it. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Keep It Positive Sweetie Show. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with someone who could use a little encouragement today. As always, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and remember to keep it positive, sweeties. I'll see y'all next time.